Hello! Hi, St. Petersburg, Russia, Moscow, other places in Russia. My name is Shannon. Dance name is Which Way Sha. I'm originally from New York City, Staten Island, New York. Shaolin, baby. And I'm here in Paris for just a boo, teaching and maybe participating. As far as house dancing concerns, New York City's particular involvement and the particulars are dance styles that I say that are a part of the mixture is you have obviously top rocking, which is a hip hop base. The lofting, which is a dance in its own identity, and is related to the top rocking, break dancing family into the house style, and also the Weibo style, which is two styles, but I particularly really was just practicing, and I knew about the second Weibo style. Actually.
What do you mean by two?
There are two Weibo styles. There was one from the 1970s that preceded, or was before my generation, probably got aware of it. By the way I was coming aware of any of the Weibo styles is due to the club Latin Quarters in Manhattan, New York. That's where my first place was that I went, and I seen the Weibo dancing done. But in the latter day style, which is done to different kind of music, it was more electro sounding or freestyle music, which freestyle music is suggested or incorporates the sound of the Spanish population in New York City, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and the like.
And the second?
The second, I'm not too sure about, but I think you did it to tracks that were more related to rock, James Brown sound, what we consider to be funk, but in that fashion. But Mr. Wiggles has explained a bit of it to me, and he's actually shown me some videos that they have with him, and he can go further into discussing about the Weibo style. But first,
about bebop, how it was developed, if you know, and how it influenced house.
Well, the idea of bebop, or its existence in itself, is a music type which comes out of the, I think it's the jazz sound. The bebop musicians, in particular, Thelonious Monk, Art Monkey. I might be mistaken in his last name. These musicians pretty much became popular in New York City's Harlem district. And to go further into the dance style that relates to it, that derives out of it, is coming out of the Lindy Hop, which is fast-paced. Bebop music is actually slow. If it's a bebop experience into house, it would come from many people or older historians. A generation a little bit older than what we call the lofters, out of the Harlemite area, because this is where its cradle of birth was, Harlem, New York. I do say that there is, as far as any familiarities of the idea of bebop, I think it would be Lindy Hop or rag, with these kind of kick, fleeting legs and foot movements, also related to tap. There's many tap practitioners in New York City, famous and not unknown, that went to the club, that put some of these elements or basic features into dancing house. I spoke about Voodoo Ray recently, and he's one person in particular who used to watch a lot of Lindy Hop dancers or jazz dancers videotapes at home and introduce them or incorporate them in the style of dancing in the club. He would come to the club, and later on that night, as we're eating, it's over, he would explain what he looked at and what he tried to incorporate, with the music. So Lindy Hop is one of the major focuses from my experience with people in the club scene. Getting getting involved in it and bringing it into the club dancing of the house style in New York and the other, dance styles that we know. Into house. Well, one particular person, another Spanish descent, Jose Figueroa, Dominican, from the Manhattan area. I think it's called, no, it's not Chelsea. I forget the name of his name, but it's 26th Street area where he lived on the west side. He studied capoeira since 1990, early 90s, 92 from what I understand, 91 maybe. And the headquarters, or the place where the Brazilians moved to New York, which was Harlem first, and they stated or decided to have the place of the capoeira dance studio, capoeira practice dojo, even though dojo is Asian. This is where people came, the Americans, whatever mix and studied. And we would meet Jose in the club scene, and he would introduce capoeira to myself and to many others. But as a form of to learn about it, because it not only was inspiring to see the great movements, but also the cultural relationship between the Black Americans and the Brazilians, the African descent, and it's important for us for him to show us so we can be interested to explore it. So this is the way capoeira was brought, from my understanding, into the club scene from Jose Figueroa.
The next question is really important to us.
Right.
It is about your feeling of the house. How do you feel it?
How do I feel it? House music. It makes my it gives me fuel. It feeds me. It's food for me. Now, and it became a part of me. I can explain that it's a way that I choose to, obviously live my life and to excite myself by, whatever pleasure or desire I have. House music is become this means for me, this way for me, with the dancing also. And the dancing is what I can give back for that appreciation with the others that I know and that I'm meeting all around the world. Learn about the music. By learning about the music, you begin to have an ear for it, an interest, obviously, to listen to it, to know the differences between what categories is house and what would you like to try and explore your movements that you learn, the styles that you learn, to empower you. Empower you is making you more greater to dance it. Practice as much with dancing house as you can. Feel free to explore from basics into your ideas and imaginations. This is creation. This is the constant thing to make it new. Yeah, and welcome to the family also. And be a part of the family. Truly.